the major misallocation was happening in the SOEs, that we were not pricing them cost reflective.
We were very active in the global commercial market for debt, and you're suggesting that there was a significant misallocation of those resources when they came in. How crucial was that? I mean, we tend to focus on the recent. How crucial was the misallocation of resources?
Although the focus is on some of these vanity projects, and they're quite stark. Take the city of Colombo, things like the Lotus Tower, etc., $100 billion. I mean, the thing is that those things all added up, but that was not where the major misallocation happened. The major misallocation was happening in the SOEs, that we were not pricing them cost reflective. So whatever we spent on Hambantota and Matala, it's unfortunate that they were the wrong priorities, because they were never part of the national physical plan. Those were never the priorities. But what we lost in terms of mispricing electricity, mispricing fuel, expanding the government service. So for example, when GR's government came in, I believe they added 75,000 to 100,000 new people. You were providing jobs to people when jobs don't exist. You were creating employment. All of this is where the major misallocation happened. And then you had also crowding out, that the government was interfering in so many segments of the real economy. When you misprice resources, for example, we have been mispricing oil, which is our single largest import, for over 20 years. We don't keep up with global prices. We don't adequately tax them as much as even what we tax every other product. We should have been adding corrective taxes because there are externalities. The electricity price was not revised since 2012. There was some fuel surcharge that was up to end of 2014, but that was taken out in 2015. So the tariffs went back to what it was in 2012 once you took the surcharge out. Even when and inflation relatively in that decade was quite low. They kept it in the middle single digits. That was a great success story, actually. But still, there was 5 to 6% in, and we didn't revise the electricity price. Even the fuel prices, in most South Asian countries, their fuel prices were 30, 40, 50%. And it just is beyond my understanding of why your single biggest import is not correctly priced. It's not like we're giving healthcare services or education, and you can say that there's a case there to subsidize. Everybody can't afford it. But why would you go subsidize, petrol and diesel? Subsidies come in two ways. One is, until recently, they were even selling below the cost price, world market price. But most of the time, it was a tax subsidy that we would have very low levels of taxation, and even that they would not collect. So although they would charge, the retail price was not cost reflective. One just doesn't understand the politics behind fuel. When we can't eat it, we can't breathe it, it's just we put it into vehicles. And it's a very inefficient, the automobile has been a great innovation. But the reality is that, typical man may weigh between 70 and 80 kilos, a woman may be between 60 and 70 kilos. But you need a vehicle that weighs about 2,000 kilos to move that one individual. So you're putting an enormous amount of energy to have mobility. At least you should price it properly.